Part 2, late one. Okay, right. Okay. P of A. Plan of action. 20 past 1 in the morning. Stopped. Something to eat. Get an electric blanket out. Even though it's April, but it's still like winter here. Yep. Right. Organise that. Go down. Who's the boss? There's a pot up there, look. Look at my bow. Do you know what? I wouldn't go for that pot normally because it's fly mould. I don't know if I've been down to the bottom. I don't know. We're going to get Rakash's armor set because it's just because of the damage it does. Dark light, make it Demidra. Oh god, I think I've got to use a bow. Okay, I just have to use a bow. Okay, whatever. The Ash of War is always removed, right? Yeah, I know this is fly mould. I thought they might have done something when this DLC come out. Something where you can actually, yeah, because it's just, none of it is all that. If you know what I mean. Gonna jump down there. From here. Do the Rakash's, get an armor set, because I don't know. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's the strongest and weakest. Yep. It's down there. Oh! Wait there. No. I'll get him Gaius. It's extra fast. Yeah, right. Okay. Did I come down here? Yeah, it's that. It's mould. It's fly mould. I don't know what it is. We didn't do this. No, I'll come here. I've got the brace through. Dry leaf, and then cache should be here. Yeah. We jump down from the other side down to the bottom. See what damage this weapon does. As it is the new type. Could drop, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, yeah, you forget about that. I can't even block the thing. Is this just bad damage on this weapon? No. I could just throw some spells at you. Car. Yeah, well. No, we're not getting. Oh my god. I could just throw him a spell. Oh, but definitely that. Let me just look at the damage of this weapon a minute. Farming, but this is quite a good weapon. The deep through depths. Sickle of morality. All right. I've got the year I was born. Yeah. Let me look. Alright. 2,000 and something damage. Yeah. You saying she's not scaled up? Or is this a mod thing? Is there something? What I will do, we can go into boss mode for a bit, but it sounds a bit awkward to play that. The weed cutter's got that, it's got that sweep, that's what I mean. That is for when it gets tough. The tough gets going. Yeah, the weapon's extremely long. I mean, this weapon. Look, this weapon is doing 2,357. There's a weapon. I'm just saying in the convergence mod that you get that they put an Ash of War, not with the red, black blade, like this. This is red and black, right? And you still pick it up. In vanilla, they put an Ash of War on it, and I can tell you what, you spin that round because it's a twin blade. It spins around, and whatever it is sucks it in like a vortex, and it will kill anything. And not that you don't have to be that high level. You just go and pick it. That's from the convergence mod. You pick it up normally, and it would be a bit meh. But well, here's what it is. I mean, most of it's scaled, but never really had a problem with any of these. But it's just an armor set because, like, I just get sick to death of having to wear because of mod difficulty and whatnot. We might, because guys is too fast. Then there'd be two. Yeah, there'd be two hippos down here. Oh, mind you, we got blue. This thing come down here. And it's on the way to Mitra. And, so that'd be one fragment. We got one on us. There's no save. Then you have to go down the bottom for the dark light cams. You have to jump from the bottom up here. No save down there. I don't know if they put. No, there wouldn't be. But I'll tell you what, we can let go. It'd be easier to do it like this instead of like doing rot all the time. Oh, don't tell me we can't. We've got. We shoot you. Yeah, you can. Look. That's your boy. That is your boy there. Let me solo her, yeah. That's your boy there doing all the damage. And all of those other ones we got, the couple of other ones. This is strong, that's why he's gold. Like, when I done a run, the strongest in is Tailu, right? Forget Tish and all that lot. Considering we've got the talisman for these spells, the Spectre Sword damage if you have to me. Okay. Alright. Wow. I'm amazed. I might just watch by like people don't speak English, because after streaming, there's only one person that likes. It's usually a friend of mine that I've known for a long time. One. If you're watching, you want to. It would be nice to sort of like, you know. Well, there's plenty. I mean, there is so many other people you can go and watch, and not on here on Twitch. It's like there's a guy that's sort of appeared all of a sudden, American guy. He's got quite a good fan base, but I mean, he's a dad and all that lot, do you know what I mean? But he will speak nicely, he won't even cuss. Some people said, I'll tell you what, he says, you can say what you like. Because I think it's one of his subscribers, but he said, you will not get me into a rage bait, because I can see what you're doing. It's not his job. He's been, I don't know, he's just come on the radar at the moment. He's double streaming, but he has to work like everyone. Well, I had to give up work, but I mean, yeah, he streams every day, but it's not his, you know, he's got a job to do, because obviously he's not paying the bills, is it? Don't pay the bills. I mean, he does for other people. I mean, I think we are way past of anyone being successful on this platform. There's a lot of people still saying you can, but I don't know. You know? I was doing no damage with this weapon. And we've got the wet knife. That is for that, and empowers consuming destined death. That, and there'll be a part on it if we've got a thing where I can bump into here, because you've got 100% physical damage. But I was looking forward to using this weapon. Unless they confused it with all the amount of all the different stuff that you've got. This empowers that, that empowers that. Like, wait there. Did I take it off? Let me see. Right, this should, right. Empowers a Gill's flame, but it's not a Gill's flame. It's all the breaths, right? Empowers Howl of Shabiri. Well, technically in vanilla, this empowers all frenzied spells, right? Empowers Stone of Grain. That's great. There's a bit like that in the thing. You got two different ones here. This is the new one we've just picked up. Right, look. Empowers the Black Flame. This empowers Destined Death. Right? That's what's on Malekith's blade. That's what we've got on this weapon here. This one here. Empowers Lightning Strike. Empowers Heal. Empowers Blessing's Boon. This is the best faith talisman in vanilla. You don't get all these. This is the best faith. Doesn't matter what it empowers. It empowers incants. It's the best one, right? Forget this one. Empowers the fire serpent. Yeah, it does fight it. It empowers Mesmer's spells. That's it. And that empowers with a disc of light. Yeah, but if you're doing a mage, then it empowers that. If you're doing like something that's got internet, you don't want to be using that. I'm just saying, it's just getting very complicated with that. And wait there. Here we go. It's going to be all like this, right? Empowers founding rains of stars, right? Empowers Renala's full moon. Well, you could use any one of these. Empowers Briar's punishment, bleed, right? Empowers Ambush Shard. Who's this? I mean, this is the Staff of Loss, which you usually normally is. Empowers Tibia Summons. This is the Prince's Death Staff. Empowers Comet Azort. Yes, it does empower. It empowers all magic. In the other hand, that's what it does. Empowers Shower Earth, empowers Comet Shard, You get my point? Empower magic downpour. It's like, what do you use? And this is like, empowers stars of room. These all do the same thing, and it just makes it complicated. And it's all those what I just talked about there. Because I noticed this when the new update, the new class update, and I thought, they beforehand they had all the red written under them. I thought, why all this? Why all the different things? You know the basic. Why overcomplicate it to one? Why overcomplicate? It's like a weapon has got, you know, the use of one spell. And then right there, we just want to put a few more on those because afterwards you got all the holy boys. But it's just, it's confusing. This weapon, I mean, Rakasha, I don't know, this is a mod thing, I don't know, but you've got to turn all the lights on here and whatnot. Then you got the big, okay, 2 hits, right, 2 hits, right, so 2 hits. And as we're going through, it's going to take a bit of time. I'm getting 6 death of healing, right? And we shouldn't fat roll with this. Okay, we are fat rolling. Right, we'll take off that. Because you're good. This is the dungeon with the big head cannon in it, right? So you got a couple of areas where you have to light up. That'd be the first one. Then you come back down. Then there's a couple of these bobbing. This is scaling. Now I would say one thing, like max level. Like these guys fly about. The guys who make this mod, they doesn't matter. You 99 and all stats doesn't matter, right? This is a mod. I'd like to see someone beat the whole game level 1, right? Because the end boss not the end boss, the last boss is putting the hardest randomizer, and 99.9% of people failed that one, you know? So it's only the small percentile, and that'd be practice. You've got most of you, because the first boss on that is Consort Radahn, not leveled up, but Consort Radahn at the beginning of, because you've got a randomised character, you've got no heals, so you've got to do it hitless. Literally, you could mostly take 1 hit. So if you knowing that it is that being the first boss, you most probably want to. Because I'm going to mostly try it one day. Because it'd be changed. You can't get it from Nexus mods. You have to go to GitHub and download it. It's got say 20% of the bosses from here. The last boss is this boss here. Not this. It's Consort Millennia, the last boss. Which is 3-stage fire. But you can't use any. There's no spells. But you pick up everything because it's randomised. You can't use a bow. You can't use anything like that. So that's what makes it hard. You can only use melee, and you get what you get. So if it was me, and you're not very good at Consort Radahn, I'm no expert at it. I will say that, but I would go for health, and if not, I would start again. And because it's always going to be the same boss. But just try the characters out, you know, because a lot of people, it's only not a lot of people beat it, considering it's 99, just say 99% have failed, which is true, or they just can't be bothered to sit there for 4 hours and try it. It's just practice. But you know, you've seen all the people that play this game all the time are the ones that are gonna get good and know this, like. The inside, I know the game well, but I don't, and we're not playing this, you know. I'm waking up Elden Ring every day, do you know what I mean, you know? Knowledgeable about it, a veteran, yes, but above average I'll give myself player. That would be it. I mean, what did Gino call himself? Because he's mostly one of the best players of this game, Elden Ring. But I'm not surprised because of the skill level he sets himself and whatnot. But on his Twitter page, mediocre gamer. That's just modest, you know. No, if people are good, people don't like to admit that you know they're good at a game or whatnot. Or some people say, yeah, they know it, and then you know the ones. I've been playing these games for a lot longer. I think if you're younger, you're gonna have a quicker reaction time than someone at my age. That's 100%. Oh, okay, we've got stuff we can throw back at you, sunshine. This is one thing I don't like about the Garden of Eyes mod, the stance, which is like a samurai stance. It does it with every single weapon. I'm gonna say, look at that, look. Don't shoot yet. Yeah, there's a couple of them you gotta watch for. That took. Wait, have I haven't got a hill. Yeah, we have. It's not a big hill. Alright, so. It's not level. This is damage. This is like new game plus 7 damage. Yeah. Remember when Miyazaki said when the DLC come out, he says I'll put these things in, like these conditions. Doesn't matter if you're new game plus 7 or no, it doesn't matter if you're max level, you're all going to be the same. Yeah, well, when my first new game, my first, and it's actually my only one we've actually got now because we're on it's on console. It's my first play. That's max level. That's the last time. The last time I went for it was last year, beginning of last year. I took it through into the DLC. I died from a fly before I got the Shadow Tree fragment, so that goes and shows you the scaling. But theoretically, if I went in there on new game, this is new game, right, being a mod, then I don't think a fly would have killed someone because of really their level back then for even now the invasions now is most of believe it's about level 200. We've seen most people at the invasions. And people were sticking to 150 builds and whatnot. Let's go up and down. Right there. Don't know if let me double back and check something. Oh. It's just because the dark night thing. This might be the way, I'm not too sure if that's that. It might be a bit further where you jump over the railings and yeah, it's this bit here. Yeah, you can jump over the railings there. And that would have been the light I turned on. So theoretically, yeah. There you go. I knew there was something. Oh, the Viridian 4. You do get it. You do get the 4. Three. Four. Wait there. 1, 2, right. 2, 2. Like me. 3. This is I think this is a mod thing. 4. Because I picked on another playthrough of the God of War version. Nothing to do with this, but it's part of the Garden of Eyes. But playing as Kratos, and I picked up the Viridian Amber +4. And I thought, oh, so how much do they go up to? Well, they go up to, 3. There's a 3 one there. Then you'll get the third of that. Then you'll get a 3 of that. So this is a Garden of Eyes talisman. Otherwise, you wouldn't get. Why make stamina? Because Arctel is using. We'll see if you pick up a 3. Because these won't go up past. These won't go up to 4. Why make stamina? I think it's just because it's the stamina hungry or something. It's because that let me solo her guy. But he end up getting quite good at the because I've played from quite a few times. He only plays on PC. When he started practicing Consort Redam, he was basically, to dodge and all that lot, because he's a mouse and keyboard player, you have to literally, you have to wear literally next to nothing to dodge. What I noticed, ordinary weapons scaled up to 25, just scimitar they were, with an occult, but I think they were bleed, nothing like, not like what he done for the Millennia thing. But what I noticed was this and that as the main talismans, as a stamina regen, and just a little bit of armor. What's his name's armor? The Fell Omen's armor, but just like a cloak instead of being naked. Yeah. So that's a huge one because you have to keep in. We don't have to keep in. Just making it tough for yourself. But stamina was key for consort, because just to get out the bloody way. Even just a minute ago, I swapped a talisman over from this, the Destined Death modded one, because I just farmed up a little bit of arcane. I thought it's not. No, I checked on PC. I checked on the vanilla ones. Because I thought, do they all go up to 4? No, they all go up to 3. It's 3. It's just this one in here. This is a Garden of Eyes thing at 4. I think this only does the standard. I could be wrong because Alright, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, because I picked this up in another mod, Garden of Eyes. I'm going to pull this over here. Whoever's watching can see. I'm going to look at all the talismans here, because this is the wiki of the talismans. Right. See what I'm saying? Viridian Amber Medallion +3. Cerulean +3. We know we get the 2. Emblem of the Illusionary Bird. We haven't got that one yet. No. Wait there. Ancient Scale Canvas. We haven't got those yet. The ones that are left. So this is what. That's why I'm just said to you. That's why I was just said about a 4 when it says a 3 up there. So that one, that. These are the time sorceries. That one. Emblem of the Illusions. There, we got that. Lest this is a typo, because I just picked up a 4. Because it was in the other one. That one. That one. We haven't picked up that one. Ancient Scale. Found gone. Where you fight multiple worm faces. Found on the stone. Followers. Oh, the followers of Godwin. For the whole of dedicated the study of the ancient dragons. Found on a corpse with a smithing stone 8. The ancient dragon's lair behind. We're not. Is this? That and that, yeah, because it's sort of very similar. Enriched torn canvas. That's the frenzied. That one. Worm faces is. Yeah, every single one. This that could be that could be crumbling. Yeah. So we got all that. This one we haven't got, but this is like I was looking forward to this, but it just boosts your stats. You take more defense, so not really. See, this where it says it's wrong, and I just picked up a 3, so a 4. Because I picked this up in their other mod, so could be a typo. I don't know. I mean, that is the only one because I picked it up in their other one. That's why it's to stop and have a bit of a moment and think. Let's do this. A bit of a strange. This guy was up here. You God. It doesn't make sense. This is the only 4. Yeah, they must have done it. It is what it is. But see, there's those 2 there that I was talking about, and then the other one. Yeah, it sounds like 4. Oh, dear Lord. innit? Right there. I know they're here, those actually we're just there. It's above. Yeah. So yeah. And that trails you, that does. Thing. So he's doing it now. Then you got Rocket Boy. I don't know if it's there. There is a bit you can jump to around there and go there and turn a light on, but he's above. If I do pest threads, he's up there. Best bit. Yeah. There's only a couple of spells that are good in vanilla that are good in because it's all holy, which is no good in the main game. So there's only a couple of good spells in here that are good in the main game as well. One of them is the Death Knight spell that's got rings in it. That is because it's better. It's just an Elden Beast killer. Like, she only had Pest. I mean, like, they've got other ones here. So this would have been your way to come up and deal with that idiot that was up there. And you've got that up there. That lets you go down here and lets you put a light on here. So it's called Dark and Light Catacombs, yeah. Until that the big head gun boy comes out. I could go into boss mode if it goes south. I'll just go into boss mode and tank the hits. There you go, Death Knight, the armour, right there. They're quite sinners, that guy down there. Absolute, because they're the tracking ones. Yeah. They throw that spell and it just chases you everywhere. Believe me, in here is where they're in their glory. And when I was on console, when I had the when I started no level, well, it's level 9 plus 0 run, so it doesn't matter if you're level 0. No, level 1. So start class. Just pick the one with the biggest health, which is the Vagabond. So just don't look like weapon. You could, because you can match up. So if you, when you run out of Ruin Ox, you just invade. People die. I got 30 billion from someone dying in that they were co-oping. Yep. So there was max level. They must have been holding max ruins. I couldn't believe it because I couldn't level up, weren't leveling up, but you can, because the +1 somber, +3 ordinary, we still go with a +0. So you only, after all that and getting everything you can, there was one spell I couldn't get, and it was in one of these dungeons. Because of those guys that are throwing out those projectiles, because it's free and I couldn't get past them. It's not even worth asking anyone to help you because they are nerfed to the ground. So yeah, I mean, people, it's not worth it. They would, yeah, they'd have no damage, they'd be just like you. They're exciting. That ended up being a 100-hour playthrough. And there's one spell that I couldn't get that I could use with just swapping talismans, but I just couldn't get it. It was too difficult, yeah. Thank God for these internal starlight shards. Yeah. Something else here. Before we got well, you might have dropped a little ladder up there. Before you face off with, it was bugged at first because you could hit him. We're talking about the big mouth of these. So we got that set. So when I was talking, that's what we got to fight. This guy that I was in a boss form earlier, like this, right? Armor's in here, right? You fight him somewhere else. And you pick up the spell in another dungeon. So this is, I mean, yeah, because you got the armor here, so you have to go into 3 dungeons to get. So this is where you get the armor. You fight him, you get his weapons. Then he's got a very good lightning spell, and that's in a totally different thing. It's really confusing. So. The wiki is better. The wiki's got like the lion head. This here. These weapons are crap. They get anyway. So we went down through that thingy there. Right. So. This is the best DLC ever made, 100%. Yep. And the only DLC that had trophies attached to them was obviously Bloodborne, Sony. Dark Souls 3, nothing from there. I mean, quite a bad Ashes of Arendelle. Right there. The first one with, what's the name? Sister Frieda's a good boss, but yeah, for what you pay for, you're not getting it. Then the Ring City was okay, yeah. Duskbloods, shan't be getting it. They haven't got 600 quid plus the fee of buying the game. You know, we'll be able to play on a handheld anyway. I mean, you can project it to a monitor or whatever. I mean, it's not like they haven't got any games. That's why they're waiting to fix it. There's a server issue. You've got an Indian guy that lives over there. He's a multi-millionaire from his YouTube called Mr. Boss. He gets some nerves a bit because he's well spoken. He's been brought up well. He comes from money, and he's made a lot of money, you know. But he says, "Oh, well, I play with my friends, you know, in a posh Indian accent." Well, he hasn't got an accent. He's got an English accent, you know. But I play with my Stream Deck 1, and it's awful to actually play the game with my friends. The connectivity is not quite as posh as that, but you know what I mean. He's getting that way. And when they're doing the editing, this is where the big head pops up. When they're doing the editing, it's all the same things, because it's not them doing it. Like, they're thinking, and all these things are going through, like, you know, something like Einstein's thinking, that sort of stuff, like all these symbols going across things. I can do all that, do you know what I mean? It's nothing. It's just things. It's whatever you're using, you know. But they haven't got time. Some people like to edit, some people don't. You know, I'm not playing whatever it is, because they can get extremely expensive, you know. I've seen the whole of this game being edited in an hour format. Yep. So it's not really telling you, it just tells you, oh, I tried the Garden of Ice, the unpaid mod. Oh god, it's awful, couldn't beat this, then I've that. You don't see nothing of the game. Years ago, when Lobos Jr. used to play it, I was a bit envious when I didn't have a PC, and the mods were basic back then. We're talking back to 2018-17. Then I got a PC. Then yeah, even if it was a slight change, it was just a pre-Elden Ring. My PC, this is a new PC, even though I bought it a couple of years ago, but it broke. But everything's new in it. But I was going to say, I launched my old, which I paid, it's mostly worth about at least £500, right? It's an AMD, right? I launched this mod. The drivers updated on it, because this was they just gave me a new PC with the 5 series graphics card in it, which is like AI, because that's how he's doing it, Nvidia guy. Anyway, so new everything, new case, sturdier, new everything. So it's like a new PC, because it's the third time it's broken, right? And I booted up. I put my old PC together. I booted up this, and I could play this with all the graphics turned down. But I could have optimised it a bit better, but I thought, do you know what, that's strange, because last time it wouldn't do nothing. But all the drivers updated on the AMD software, because that's what it was, you know, AMD. Don't think anything's getting cheaper. I mean, PlayStation 6 is coming out next year, apparently, end of next year. Prices have been rumoured from 1,000 to 600. You've got the new Xbox Helix, which is, I think is Xbox and Microsoft, which they are the same company, you know, but they've got access to the whole of Steam library. Then you've got the Steam machine, which is just made by Steam, Valve. Then Nintendo. And I think PlayStation, they're scared of Nintendo. Competition wise, that's what the money going on, what, you know. I must have come down here. That guy jumps up there, so considering we haven't got quick step in here, which I don't know why this guy the makers of this mod, like they do in some of the other mods, give the access to the original Bloodhound step. I mean, Neo 3 is a fantastic game. I mean, before the update on the PS5 Pro, I had to buy the game. I bought it on PC, and it plays fantastic. And it weren't playing, considering the Pro in PS5 didn't mean nothing, and now it does. It's, yeah. It's like a, if you try to make that on the PC, you must be not spending about 1,200 quid or something like that. So have they changed this? Because the big head ain't turned up. This is where the light is here. I mean, the Garden of Eyes team, was it going to come up now? It's dropped. That's strange. This game hasn't been updated. There was an update, a server update, that's it. No, nothing's changed, it's not a patch, no. The servers will be down, it's like, oh, they're always doing this, working on the servers on every single game. Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Sekiro. So we didn't get the... Strange, we didn't get Big Head. Yeah, that. You've got the big one up there and he shoots you dead. I wonder if they removed him from it, the guys that made the mod. Just because of how annoying he is to get past. Or are they slowly working on this dungeon, I don't know. I mean, it is a gateway to the not to spam though. His head usually pops up. That's a first. When I first went through it, this is obviously on console. You could shoot him and he'd just vanish. You know, that big head. Big mouth or whatever, but when they fixed him, it was like, oh my god, I'm just going to get absolutely blasted. Same thing there, there. That's more or less it. I think we're on our way to Tipperary, as they say in Ireland. Well, this would be divine. Yeah, missed that fight. 2,387. Oh, it didn't do much good to rank Kasha, did it? I was taking loads of damage. Yeah. One, this is a typo. Like I said, I played the God of War version of the game, which you do play as Kratos, which is the lot of Ragnarok. And there's just a slight change, of a boss and whatnot. But then, like I said, I did find that because all the others are 3, so that is the 4. And I can't with these. They won't multiply because this is through. These are all from ILLO Telutat, where we done got the boss from. And all the spells and Millennia's gear. Sword the Black Flame, right? Wonder if I should just lob, because we have got a Destined Death, boost all Destined Death incantations with that. I just throw these at them, because these are super annoying. And apart from getting all the physics, we haven't got all the physics from it. And I don't know if they've changed them. They changed a couple in the main game. That's about it. So if I wanted this is a heavy. Even though it's black, even though it's like that, but it's a heavy spell. Don't you dare, because I'm... Okay, whatever. I didn't do the physics. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Some, yes, with some of it, I'm just getting clapped by some things, It's no good going into the boss mode because you'd have 100% defense, but it'd be ticking down rapidly. Oh, yeah, I thought about that. I mean, I forgot about that. Dropping, let me solo her in there. Because this is a big FP. just don't feel like fannying about in here. Alright. Yeah, we can get him up there. Because he can, if I can get over there. Yeah, 'cause it's just a spam fest. While he's wallowing in that, getting destroyed by Let Me Solo Her. Jory. So they took the one that doesn't, that stops you dying. That's what we got the whirly thing on, and put it into posture. Increased posture at a cost of mobility. Yeah, it's like Iron Jar. Right, so if there's a parry strat, then you can sneak past these guys. I don't know if you get the talisman or not, I ain't got a clue, but we got that. And and you've got that double. Yeah. This might not work that way though, because that's where you farm. If they've kept it in the frenzied thingy, it's there. It's not there. Shadow tree fragments there. Yeah, it's off to the side. Yeah. But yeah, they made this super, you know, scary for you when you shouldn't have been. There was a guy, there's a Birmingham, a Brommy, a guy from Birmingham, UK. If you don't know where that is, yeah, that's where Ozzy Osbourne went back to his hometown and died. Yeah, because he's never lost his. He never lost his Birmingham accent. Never. Because Birmingham is the second city to London. But it's a mess now, like London is. Right, so if you do just get to the church, you won't have this. Not at the moment, there's only one cookbook. Unless they put some other stuff here, but I've scoured this. Okay, you've got this guy here that comes up here that should get blasted. The mad in hand. This spell it takes. Mad in hand. Where did we get the poisoned hand? Mad in hand, poisoned hand. So if you want to go and fight to get that with the parry strat, you can cheat death, but we can't because we haven't got. They've got rid of the. They put the posture tier in here. Yeah, because that guy is off to the right. Because I remember doing there was a guy, a Birmingham guy. He says, I've been trying to farm these guys for a long time. It's down there. There's the guy there. So he says, I'm just dying all the time. You know. He said, I found a way of doing it. You have to parry him. So I come down here prepared and straight away. That's the actual one there. That's why I say it's off. Because in the wiki they say just go straight ahead. There. No. Because you go to the charge first. Here. I've scoured this like a fine tooth comb. There's a couple of cookbooks and whatnot. But Convergence mod have completely modded all this whole area. Yeah. So look how big it is. They would have decorated this beyond recognition. Yeah. But when I come to look for that other, where, what's his name was, yeah, there's another one of those floating about there, and all I was getting was the heads, the swollen heads you get from parrying them after killing them, and you can sneak past them. It's not that you can't sneak past them. You do have to parry that one. You do have to, well, you can kill him. Do you know what I mean? To get the talisman. They removed it from that talisman, like the Shard of Alexander, the big one. They removed it from the mod. This one here. I forgot. Yeah. You can't normally do that. So they've changed that in here because you can't mount your horse. Yeah. Oh my god, we'll be able to find everything. I should be able to mow matey down with Gaius. The frenzied, wait there, we've picked up those now. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's been about the third time. This has been the first time. I didn't know you could do this. The map. Is there a map? Yeah. No, there's the map. There's only a map for the DLC. That's it. But then you'd want to parry that. No, you have to parry to get it. You can't. I know you can kill him, can't you? Yeah. I think it's just getting the aged of one exaltation. But for exploring this, if you're to do this on foot, I know it takes a long time. Considering there's not a lot here, I do know that. So if I just got the basics and come back and then... There's an owl up here, if I remember as well. Or if they've changed things, these guys. Because there's nothing physically changed in here. That let's go back. So that's where he is. He would definitely take us. I don't know, because Gaius is like super fast. All the mountains are. But you got some down here as well. Well, that gets us there quick. So there's some there. Then you got the waterfall here. Some around there. There you go. That's not normally there, no. There's only one Shadow Tree fragment in the vanilla, which is at the church. Because with this mod, they put about 6 or 9, because it's like 3 to level up. They put them in the bosses, some enemies in the modded area in which I've done yesterday. But we weren't expecting to find one here. If there was one here, then that would have been the one that I would have missed. But then after doing this, I done a 100% guide with quite a big YouTuber, and I went through like tooth and nail, and yeah, as boring as hell to get everything, because there's nothing here when you know, someone that's making a lot of money with their videos, you're just trailing along, even though you've been through it, but you're just like, okay, let's see if we can get any missed items, because it's 100%. So with the talismans, all that, like, even with these guys, I followed getting the talismans, all of them, because they'd done one, they just went straight to the point. The Garden of Ice. These guys are no way going to creep up on you, because one, you can't usually ride through it. Two, yeah, they're gonna knock you off. No, and that gets us to the waterfall. I'm questioning myself if that shadow tree fragment was there. I know there's one at the church. This is the first time we're going through. You've always got a book up here, usually. Yep, this bit here. Yeah, that. There's another cookbook as well, I do know that, but considering you normally go back and parry, you know, the one right, the thingy. There is something up around where an owl is. I do know that, but yeah, there's the owl there. It might have been what we already got. It would just be. I think there's one cookbook. It could be anywhere. But going back, having to parry that to get that talisman, which we'll have to do. I expect the convergence team have done that as well. We would want to walk through it because they've put so much stuff in it. I do know that. And not just that, everywhere, you know. Quite near those guys to get to the heart. No, because you want to be heading south, don't you? have to wingle around here. Then you go up and over. It's because you're doing it on foot. Yeah, you think you're getting me? Not on my Nelly. Perhaps, I mean, considering, like I said, like the convergent team moved the talisman out of the game, and I was like, alright. And I tested it on a frenzied build. Did it do more damage? Of course it did. You know? Considering all the modded talismans they've got. And now, well, it's not ready yet, but it's up over here, I know now. Now they've got the, a dual system that you put on talismans, yeah. So you can make the talismans, all the talismans. I don't think you can do it like, I think it's exclusive to builds, but yeah, just putting jewels. Or changing this, it's also the talismans, do know that. That is a big time saver, that is. Oh, golden tenderhorn, so they're pretty rare. Apparently so, someone said, which I've never seen it, but these things here with no, their heads are missing, you know, but apparently so something happens. I don't think, I just think that's how it is, but that's where you have to get that. There's nothing else around here. Up all this window lamp and fly stuff, so let's go and speak to this dimwit. Now there's a different cloak for this guy from the when you beat this guy. Expect it to be mega difficult like all the others are. But you do get a different cloak. Considering we've got we've got some very good frenzied weapons, I'm thinking the rest of the frenzied stuff comes from here. Yeah. So if you parry those other guys, and you can dupe those as well, that's where they drop those swollen grapes. Shut up. Dimwit. Shut up. Yeah. I've got to go back and set up a bit of a parry. The worst thing about this boss is first phase. I wonder if they've done anything with that, because the first phase is him crawling out, then he just goes mad. When you can just duck and just like that. And was he weak to the most? Bleed? But I don't know, because we've got a bazillion spells. He's weakest to a bleed build. I do know that. Yeah. Now, once we get, let's see if we get the horned warrior coming down here. Was that torn? Okay. There's the real damage there, because we're using the proper thingy for it. But let's see, because I need to go back and parry that guy. A lot of silver tenderhorn, which I do understand because people are trying to farm for like different weapons and all that lot when they first come in here, Did you get like too many of these? And the gold ones, they've got the highest rune drop rate. But you can't make them. Nor the silver ones. There's no recipe for them. It just drops. So a ghost or something. Oh, really? Oh, there he goes. Horned warrior, yeah, but you pick that up a bazillion times, that thing, yeah. There is a grace up here somewhere. One of these guys, because I do know this boss fight is the first phase. People don't like how, I mean, the cutscene is okay, but him crawling around the ground. Then you've got the other thing. No, it'd be changed in mods. So one of these guys, I don't know. I don't think so. I'm just speculating. We'll go back and do that. speculating. We got the rat thing in there. That's there. We go in there. Let's cook some cookbooks. And let's go and shut up. Yeah, whinging. It's this spell is free slots. This is a cookbook, I know that. Be the one and jump over there. I suppose let's set up a parry strat. See, normally because they got rid of that in this mod, they got rid and put the posture in here. So with that, if you miss a parry with that from that guy that drops the Lord of Exaltation, and believe me, there's loads of frenzy spells in it, modded ones. Because that just that wouldn't do nothing. Let's just test it a minute because I think I've tested it once, but didn't realise I had it on before. Yeah, iron jar right there. See? This can work, but you can't replenish it. You can't replenish it. No, you can't. It's just like iron jar, but most are a little bit quicker. That's gone. So that was replaced from the one that lets you cheat death. If with all the spells and the damage they do, and you can take your health down to nothing and have the biggest FP bar that you want. Bubble, but this is like waving a bubble over the top of you. There's no. This is where the convergence mod does it. Things with how they've changed all the physics. You'd have skill, you'd have crit, you'd have a bazillion, and they've added a load more. Here you've got horse, but you go like the clappers anyway, it's fast. You've got high jumps. I can put a costume on that you get from the ILLO Telutat that makes you look elastic. You got this, gives you more ruins. We've got a thing that you get max ruins by depleting all your health. That vampirism thing here is just like this here, on here. Consecutive attacks, enhanced charge attack, make an attack more likely to break enemy stance in mixed physics. Or the leaden hearted, temporarily boost poise. I mean, I've got more poise than, we could just do that for a minute, but I'll go away, but I'd have to set up for it. Because you might miss it 1 or 2 times, and that's why, if you don't know how to do this guy, and that's why with the regular bubble that lets you, if you don't parry it once and kill him, you know, it lets you survive the attack, because that Lord of Exaltation is very, very good on a frenzy build. And considering the guy that made the Convergence mod, the best spell for casting here is the Frenzy Dart, you know? Because it's little FP for what it does. Damage it does for the small amount of FP outweighs it. So it's the best spell in vanilla. Whether they've changed any of the... I would know the changes because they would put it in their... They'd put it in their wiki. You know? They make it's the highest crit dagger. They make it higher in here. Assassin's Gambit. 140 is that 140? It's 110. So you do a lot of the glitches in this game. Assassin's Gambit, Poison Spell, Invisibility Spell, and such, and that's it. Then Oh, I forgot you got this great light. Yeah. Go away. Alright, so you can either come that way or that way. Could be first try or second try, but he's gonna go down. He's literally right there. Woodland trout. No, he's not there. Isn't there? No, it feels like it is there. It's not. Right. Believe your own instinct, boy. Here, yeah, where the mensajes is. But you've got a, you got messages here. And you don't bring the other two here. Hide yourself, make no sound. Combat is no option. Quietly await your chance. A fourth. Crouching and growth, yeah. I wonder if they've put the extras in. Because my way of doing this is, okay, if you die, you've got the thingy. Just to pick up your ruins is that. You gotta be on par with the parry. Lock on. surprised at that. Just this little worm hand. He's not, we've got too much health. God, I can't parry this guy right now. He hasn't got enough. It's our level, he hasn't got enough to kill us. See, nearly. We're frenzied though. That might get us. God. No, 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 no. God, I just missed it. He can't do it. We're too high. Sit down. And there you go. So that's where it's from. It is, just remember, it's there. Because if you look up, because there's quite a few of these about, and you technically can go. I think Factory Life say from the Woodland Trail, go west. I'd done that the second time trying to get this and farmed. There's farmed untold amount of those because we'd done this first time. I just know if you're not high like this, then remember this is modded, that's modded, and God, you know what? When I was fighting to get one of the bosses earlier, I didn't think I had this talisman, the cameo talisman, meaning I was like a 6 boss rush mode. I needed heals on hit because we haven't got them on only in the physics. I didn't think I had it, but we did. There you go. But there's 3 of them down there, but you don't have to get them all. But you can get confused because I farmed the other ones for ages. I thought this can't be right. We just got that item crafting. Need to get this fire pot. The gun. Not that. I'll be testing the bullets out. It's okay. Okay. Mitra. I don't know, what do we go for? Do we go like this? And destined death. Yeah. The hellish brew, I'm not using that, no. Weird one this is. Okay. Oh. You gotta be jungle fighting. Oh, we got that over there. Is that everything? I don't know. Nope. Something, yeah, shortcut. Oh god. Okay. Something there, isn't it? Unless they, this is way off finishing, so this mod is always going to be sort of irrelevant. Just saying that the Convergence, after they've done Elden Ring, went back to Dark Souls 1 and done that, because they're meant to be nearly finished. So you got that torch, the other torch. I don't know if we could do laments. There's a lot to do. Oh, Spirit Ash. Including the mega bosses. I cannot be. I can't remember. No. Hoping. We're hither. Spies like us. Kickaroni. Is this a? I thought it was. Oh, I'll tell you what, we haven't upgraded one of these for a long time. Considering we've got the most powerful this here. And if you don't know nothing about this, I'm just going to show you something. With everything that is available, and there's still quite a bit, there's still some very major bosses, because everything I've done in here is this boss could be, you know, a little bit inflated, I don't know, but the strongest boss after Consort Millennia, which is a three stage fight, right? Not Consort Redan, Consort Millennia, yeah, which is nasty, right? So this is from December of last year. Garden of Abundance. This is the strongest boss in the game. This is Mikola. There. Yeah. The strongest boss in the whole of Elden Ring and the mods. So you have to beat Consort Millennia. There's a 3-stage fight where most people get wrecked, 1, 2, and just to top it all off, because it's in the hardest randomizer, right? With people that are like the hitless guys and all that lot, they changed a moveset, right? So nobody knew, right? Because it's part of these guys worked on the randomizer, right? So you have to be, after you not consorted that and you go that way, because you got another version. There's 3 versions of Millennia. So second one we haven't done yet because it's time and whatnot and waiting for the right thing to do. But this is the hardest boss in there, and you have to beat her to access this whole area. She's the hardest boss at the moment in the game, until they change something in the lore, because I know what the lore is. It's all to do with the gloom-eyed queen and not, which we knocked out yesterday, destined death, all that lot. He's going to drop the rod, not followed. Goddess of Millennia's winged helm, all this sort of stuff. So this was edited on January the 13th this year. Mikola, God of Abundance, new mod showcase. This is the strongest mod. This is the strongest boss in this mod, Garden of Eyes. Remember, it's a paid mod as well. So what we get? Bump, 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 bump. Armor sets are hidden. Mikola's godly set, Goddess of Millennia's winged set, Gate of Divinity. Yeah, it's tough. There's a lot of people I know that are good players and it's a whole new area. It's because it's a region. So I knocked out this yesterday, ILLO Telutat. This is the only modded place in the whole of the game in the DLC until the Convergence mod gets released. I'm not biased by any means. They're both as good as each other. People don't like this hate. There's a lot of hate on this mod because of it's paid and all that lot. Things that have to still be done by me is finish Zenith of Time, because there's an area here where they've nerfed your half by health and it's a trial. Yeah, so we've got 85, 90, so it knocked down, and you've got big enemies like the pit, real tough enemies. Yeah, from the future. It's basically in Dark Souls 2, but it's in Zenith of Time. So we've done basically every single thing. I done this the other day because this was a mess when it first came out. Now it's all doable. Just got to tell. Everything's been done. Everything's been done, more or less. There's one boss here I haven't done, but I've already beaten this boss anyway. Stormhawkland. This is just the new Dragon Communion. Just like they took this out of the DLC. Blah 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 blah. Table restored. Just that. And according to these guys that made this mod, Garden of Eyes, this mod is still in early development when the Convergence team are considering on winding down. From a guy that I used to watch that is does a lot of stuff for them, he said the Convergent team will be finalising the game April next year. That was last September. Now, as I'm on Patreon, I pay for this mod, £8 a month, right? I get to see the questions, or some of them can't answer. I get to see the questions the team are answered. So you can become a patron of, which is free, the Convergence mod, but they haven't released their patch. It's gonna be a year since they released it. This is gonna be the biggest patch they've ever dropped, and boy, it's gonna be very good. I'm very excited for that. With this, they've dripped and dropped and whatnot. They've made the strongest bosses in. There's only one mod that's stronger than this, which is Crawl. That's the Ascended mod, but that's difficult because I'll tell you what, 99 vigor, right? Alright, so 99 vigor, my health would be like this. At 99 vigor, because this is about more ruins, right? So you get your health nerfed, and you get loads of ruins. Alright, so that's what 99 vigor is in the Ascended mod. That much HP that I've got right now. Because this is at the moment gives you max ruins. So you see that HP bar like that? That's the Ascended mod for you. And also as you're riding your horse, right, you're also losing ruins. Yeah, they're cool. Yeah. It used to be fun. I played it long. It was one of the first mods. The first mods to come on Elden Ring was the Ascended mod. Then they made Elden Beast unbeatable. So they had to redo that. Then it used to be you could play it normally, where you would be extremely overpowered. Then it just went into night mode. So 99 in health is about that level. Max level's not far off of it's like having no stats. Because in the boss claps, like, you know, is a hard mod, and he's been about for ages. That guy, they're like Ascended mod, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, and Elden Ring. Yeah, now it's just nightmare mode. I played it when it was sort of normal. Then I looked and I thought, there's no point. It's for the masochist, you know. It's weird taking that down because, you know, if the thing goes down. I noticed that earlier. We're going to try mid-river spells. So I wonder if they've removed this bit. I'm going to try spells. I hope they've moved this first phase, but I don't think so, because they worked. Takes a lot to work on these mods, I do know that. And when you ask why they do stuff, and they say, oh, we're a small team, I understand that, you know, so we've got 12. Alright. Got ya. So I would suspect because the Convergence team, they seem to make things a little bit easier for the player, as well as difficult, fairness, like easy access to get to areas where you can't normally get to. I suspect with this boss, they might make the second. They'll get rid of the first. People don't like the first. What's the point of the first phase? He's crawling along the floor. Do you know what I mean? You know. Anyway, so yeah, it's this bit here. Now there's new armor for us in this, but we're just going to try spells at first, because the easiest way to beat him is actually is bleed. I don't know if he's pumped up. I don't know if he's buffed from the team, you know, Garden of Eyes. But they've got their super bosses, you know, so I don't know. We're gonna go with spells. I don't know if we can summon on here, but if we let me solo here, because I'm not really worried about this. I just want the spells.
The depths of your...
This is a good cutscene, but it should be. This is the complaint from majority of people. It should be that, then the next, the fight we get now. Not him on the floor.
I have endured more than enough.
And you, with bleed bills, you wreck him. And by ducking, going to move most of his moves. But just squatting, because he spins. I don't know, we haven't had any easy bosses really in this, not since. Even ILLO Telutat, I mean the boss is just their damage type, you have to like debuff them. Let's see, we'll see, because this let me solo her guy. It's pretty pokey. It's like, that's like the Flame of Frenzied ending, that is, on the head. We're getting new armour from this though. Done about spells? We should do, because we're missing a lot of frenzied spells, I know that, but we're going to have to see. Yeah, well, typical. It's all about the spells. I mean, it's we ain't got frenzied. He dropped some new armor, headpiece and whatnot. There's a lot of frenzied spell I ain't got. This is where I was thinking we was gonna get most of them. Alright. Right, so you've got that, so we'll have to see what we get from that. That. This might drop all the spells. Blood loss. Okay, right. The Evergel, I mean, we've got the boss mode here as well. So but then we're only so. And look how quick our FP bar. As soon as that FP bar's gone, we're done. So we can use Nameless King and the other guy. Got to unlock them yet, but it's not like the boss mode I was showing some people earlier. But this was a 6 boss gauntlet fight. Yeah, 3 of all these doing this type of damage. Yeah, 3 of these and then 3 modded bosses they made, which I thought it would have been 4, but it was 6. So if you if you like that, you're gone. Totally different from their boss mode, but anyway, you have got that. But Nameless King will be the easier one, which would be mostly tough, depending if they put a gauntlet rush. You've got the Death Knight, which are the Death Knight. We just picked up the armor. The Death Knight is a gauntlet. It's these guys. 2 dungeons. You have to go and beat them twice in their dungeons. These guys here, because you can play these as a character as well. But they're gauntlet rushes down in deep proof depths, not in anyway. This was in the DLC, this one, in the modded area. But, I mean, you've got 100% defense, nothing's going to fuck you up. But the FP bar, you can see it creeping down. If I was to use a heal, anything come out of it, you know? So, let's go back and see what we get with this, because there's new armor, or cut content armor. And we should... I don't know. We should get a lot of spells. I don't know. There's a lot of frenzy spells I'm missing because I can see them from up in the spell shop, but we'll soon find out from. Mademoiselle here. Because I'm going to have to stop streaming soon and just start recording. Might give Kick a go, considering YouTube is just over 7 years. It's just been absolutely terrible.
Don't see.
Right there. So Midra drops Age of the Untouchable Head. Okay, and that. But that might have been from that. So we're just gimmicky. Oh no, Midra drops this. Midra's Golden Cloth. Yeah, because being tanky is not always the best thing, I could tell that. Because we're taking a damage justy from these enemies that they made. That with all that heavy armor that I've got, with 100% poise, that's 90% poise I got there. No, it's 85% poise there. When they blew up, it was nearly killing me at that level. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, and these are small enemies, it's progescent stuff. So that's Midra's. I don't know if that's made that or it's content. Just buy some of this goofy stuff. Wraith King Gold. No, wait there. Wraith King. I know you get that. I'm not too sure. That's why I went and got the whatchamacallit armor, the Rakashi's armor, just because of the damage you do with it, but you're going to take a lot of damage. Like, we'll just have to wait and see. Right, so what do we get for the spell? Because I'm not really
Don't worry, Halsey.
Summon Lord of Frenzy's head and spew flame. Well, considering that, and this is saying true, because it's a true weapon of the game. Now, let me just see, because doing the main frenzied guy up in a DLC, I can check up on their cheat shop and see, because I'm missing a lot of frenzy spells. So the Zenith of Time, those are time sorceries. So right. These black, I think some of these might drop from a book or something after Malakev, because these are black flame. We haven't got these, but that, no, attracted, no, I mean I can buy it, I won't, but no, yeah, no, these are low level. These would be good spells. This is like, these are Dark Souls 3 spells, that is, but some of these could come from other jails. Flame Mine, that could be from there. That didn't get that because it's useless, but I know where that is. We got all these yesterday. Wait there, so how comes I haven't got these? Or that. considering we've done all the destined death stuff. Well, we buy that because that should have dropped with that because there's 3 lots of this. Haven't got that. Stormwalk claws. So with this is new. They might have added something in Stormhawk. These could be the spells from Mikola. Leave those. Frenzy. This is the frenzy stuff I'm talking about. So some of this, some of that. So this is. Yeah, I've done a lot of the game. I can tell that for now. This is what I'm talking here. Frenzied Blast, Frenzied Arrow, Shibiri, we picked that up twice. Once. That. I got this from somewhere. It's not very good. Yeah, it's an aura. Unless this is from Lake Raw, and I've missed it, but this is what I was thinking of. It's not going to show the vanilla spell that I just picked up. Some of these are not dropping. This Destined Death, I got all these yesterday. And these like goods and names. Right, let me look at the armors just to see. So the Corrupted Seer, we got Gale. Yeah, that Furnace Golem Mask. So I think that is every single. That might be just the Furnace Golem, not all the Fire Giants in the DLC. The Hide Knights. This is Zenith of Time. If you don't know what none of this is all from Dark Souls 2. It's in the Zenith of Time. That's what we just got. That we've got Millennia's Robe, Consort Millennia. There you go. Versus Slash. Yeah. I wonder how high that is. I bet that's high because of the thingy. What else we got here? Time Knight, Curace. Yeah. No, we've had that. I don't know if we've got that, but you farm that from an area. Furnace Golem Armor. Yeah, you do get this. You can look like that thing. I do know that. Yeah, I think you have to take them all down. All the Furnace Golems in the game. Oh yeah, bosses. So your bosses you can play. That's what I just showed you there. Amulet of Death. Dark Souls 3 Nameless King, Amulet of Death, the Death Knight. These 2 are the strongest, these here. But as that blue bell ticks, you can transform into this. God tier. Let me solo her. These come pre-leveled up. All these ones, I mean you don't have to level them up. But this is the strong one. Then they're hiding some of the spells as well. No, they are, because not everything's appearing there. What we haven't looked at is what I got yesterday. Oh my god! Wow. Is this going to cause frenzy? They've done this for what things look like. Let me just. One of this buff's frenzied spells. You don't get this, do you? Eh? Look how that's floating. It's like a feather. It's like cobweb. We've got the frenzy because we did the ending. That's not a frenzied weapon. If we should be, it's got no armor. We did pick up a new frenzied weapon yesterday. It's not our main one, but this got me through because it's just stupid. Yeah, it's the mobs on the ground. Frenzied. So you have modifiers in this game with the spells. The frenzy spells, you start stacking the frenzy spells. If I do Shibiri Howl, boy, the damage is going to creep up. God, they made this look really well. And that's just the head from the guys that are malformed outside. So if you went... If you do Shibiri Howl, you're going to do a lot more damage. Then you got the... Wait, is this frenzy as well? No, it's not. The main one is... That one's pretty good. But this is the kiddie. So then you just got to take that off and then put on that. You have to do Shibiri Howl. We haven't got it on us because we're doing a different type of map. We're doing... But all the damage modifiers, because they change it, it's like... So doing Shibiri Howl with a modifier when it's set up right will kill. Well, it killed you if the low level it can, which it shouldn't do, but it will kill you. It will kill the enemies. See, from what it looks like, when you buy it and what it looks like, it's two different things. You know, it looks a bit meh until you buy it. So then you got the... It's just, yeah. But that is... Yeah, it's bubbling away. It's not giving you a buff though. No. I think that's what I'm trying to test, like, this, I like this, they've got this, I bet they made this armor out of this, because I see them, because they do a lot of modding, well, they can do literally everything, these guys, because obviously they're in the modding scene, you know, but they've done a character like this, Namtir. I wonder if I can replicate that, but it was a usable character. So, yeah, Namtir is... It was like this. This is is it friend? Is he friend? No, he's Ra. Nemte is Ra, but he's of the brisk waters. So his talisman is that one there. Mark of the blind summoner. Ragged patch fabric sword of Nemte's investment greatly enhances guard counters. That is weird. Guard counters. When Nemte had no choice but to seal the god of rock within himself, his apprentice was almost shattered. Perhaps this one little testament that could seal the heart. So this is enhances guard counters. Well, guard counters mean if you want an easy like consort of Radan, then shield up. Yep. Considering it would normally look like something like that. That's guard counter. Then you got the other one that comes from here as well. Yeah, then you've got that, which is just that's from him as well, yeah. And what was this one again? Increase the impact of force of all weak attacks at immense stamina costs. Yeah, but oh, I know what this is. You lose all your stamina. So what do? You don't need stamina for spells. So wait there. Let me work this one out. Alright. So we don't need that. Alright, so then you don't need no stamina. Trying to work out all this stuff is like restore the Crimson Flask of Tears every minute. I haven't even tried this. You're gonna get a blue flask every minute. Well, we'll see, because this will give us the biggest FP bar, as in spells, while using that, and then Ruin Acquisition via using the RL1 talisman, which is this. Then we've got no health at all. So this should be about ruins and spells. No health. You don't need stamina. Yeah, we haven't got Destined Death on. Does use stamina, yeah. Damage as that's a dummy, but you're not going to do it in the real thingy. I mean, when I picked up that talisman, it didn't make any sense. The one you got a small. There's stuff like this in a lot of mods, but this here. Military once drawn by the highest ranked officer. Increased impact force of all weak attacks. So a weak attack at immense stamina cost. What loop deep underground was something in resistance. Only the fizz could return. So as it's got to be an attack. Could be anything though. This needs. Where's my gun? Look, I can't even. We can, yeah, because there's no stamina. I wonder if they mean something like that. Because this has already gone into motion. I don't know, but you wouldn't be able to play the game like that. I mean, you got a huge FP bar. That's why we, because it's like for the spells, and obviously reducing your health like that is because you get loads of ruin. It's just a ruin farm. RL1. Then you get these here. Greatly raise all attributes, but every 5 seconds you do no damage to a load of damage. You do 1 damage, 5 seconds later you do a lot of damage. This is the same here. Greatly raise all your attributes, cycles with extreme vulnerability, so all your existence go up high, then your resistance are 0. These ones here. This is given 100, this is nearly maxing out as all as levels. Right there. 50, 60 is 10, right there. 10 in each. Yeah, it's 10 in each in everyone, yeah. This, and then we picked all these up at low level, including this one that I didn't realise this one is... This, you get ruins like New Game +7, so 100,000, 200,000 ruins in the ruin farm area, wherever it normally goes. It's done very, very quickly. So there's one of these I'm missing somewhere. The description says it's in... It's like you could easily miss it because I missed a load of them. Restore. Every minute of Crimson Flower's tears. Right. Let me use it then. What was a heavy hit of this? Every minute. We still got this talisman on. Oh wait there, we did get something then coming in. Because I haven't tested all these yet, no, not all of them. Every minute it's going to restore the blue flask. Not the red. Because this is from the area, it's all about the water spells. So, we want to see. Because they're quite low level, some of these spells, but some of them do a lot of damage. So let's see. And this is out in the wild, because it doesn't make no sense. That sounded like you got FP back then, but I can't see it. Hold on, wait there. It's not every minute that's meant to be restored. That's like having the slow FP regen. We've got the Age of Exaltation come up now, because of the Frenzied. Right, a minute. Yep, I read it when we first got it. Because we only got these the other day. Because the area was bugged, it weren't working properly. See that coming in, that noise? That is like, we should be getting that. Unless you only see it in the, out in the like in the main game. Restore Crimson Flask tears every minute. Every minute makes sense. You can have a huge health bar, an infinite amount of starlight shards. You can play it, but it's very glass cannony. You can do a lot of damage. This armor is not. It's not doing nothing. It's just for looks at the moment. So if you went, so if I was to play as a boss, which actually depletes your FP, you have to. I tried this outside, and I haven't seen it. It's saying every minute I should have a full, not by hitting anything. I should have a full FP bar. If I test that. And that was done in that area there. If I just go to like where everyone tests, because this would be like, it doesn't matter because it's end game. Perhaps. Oh, let's see. Because if these things are bugs and people don't report it to the guys that make it, then things don't get fixed. That's what I mean. And they moan and they say like, why isn't this? So a minute that should be filled. Oh wait there. Let me just, right. Unless this is happening. No, this, so okay, right. I mean, it might be this, yeah, because you've got to have that on it. So it's not looking at your FP bar, looking at that. So that's your go-to. So if you've done a real spell build, then you'd have infinite amount of those. This is going to use the most. Every minute. Well, we've used a third. I should test this below. 2, 3. Let me go. We're going to do some damage. So I don't know if I think this. You got 4. Alright. That's a catch flame. Right, okay. So I used 4. I used 1. And I've still got a 4th one there. So we have got 4. So. But now it's 3. You've got these guys creeping up as well. I'm testing this because I still haven't. It might be just what this is. Because we used that. But then I replenished it. So it would be that number. Right, so we've got 3. You'd expect. Right, so I've used 1, so that's left 3. Every minute. I mean, a minute is. It did do. I did hear the noise with the spamming it in the thing. Like, as they fill up naturally when you get your Estus back when you're hitting enemies. This should be at 4. Restores the flask of crimson tears every minute. Replenish a gem finish. The most ancient Nox water worshippers have been forgotten. Nevertheless, the figment of their past can be found on the sea floor to this day. The nature of the metal bands obtained in some say you can faint the silhouettes in the night fine cutting of the gem resembling tide tail. I don't know. That went away. That's what I heard when I was doing it in the thing. On the test dummy. Yeah. Every minute. I don't know how this is working. See, I can have 4 all the time with just keep on spamming these because they cost nothing. You could buy an infinite amount. But you're not getting that noise of the flask coming in. 1, it's only blue, and this does. These are all the water spells. Okay, right. Something that, well, that's just, I don't know. We did get a bit back, but I don't know. This is like having no armor on, literally. It's purely for looks, considering you'll get absolutely clapped. But you'd have to do things hitless. So if you go with the ultimate ruin farm, which is with that, then you put on this because it's got wave of gold, and then we rest up, put this into midnight, then this would be the most that you get. Now this will be new game plus 7, and we picked up, which these are quite rare to pick up, believe me, 3 of these. These are the most that you're gonna get. Ruins. The golden tenderhorn, you can't make them neither. Cheat engine, you can drop them, yeah. So this guy should be worth 10,032 per one, so it's about, they're 9,000, so it's about after all those, 9,700, 10,000, I think it's 1,000 more per enemy. And you can't make those golden tenderhorn. They just drop, you just find them out in the wilds. The silver tenderhorn, you get loads. There's no recipe for these. Cheat engine, you can get them, but then you just got to give yourself a load of ruins. But and the golden tenderhorn, they last 90 seconds minimum. Because I've done a lot of farming down here with this, but Namtir was a new boss with the headpiece we got on it from about just over a year ago. Newer than Midra. So you've already got a level up now. It's about 206. I don't know how much it is to level up. It's near 262.6 million. So until that runs out, we will see. If one of these got yellow eyes, then that should be about 60,000. It's run out now. So what was it to level up? Because we picked those up randomly. That was from the woods as well. 2.4. This is mostly the one that's gonna. Strength is the stat that gives you the most back physically. If you do 99 in 99, even in vanilla, you get more the physical endurance and whatnot. That is because the zenith of time, this place here, this bit right here. So we're 86, so we'd be 46, yeah, and they clap like the clappers. So, and I haven't done it for, last time I've done it was, I don't know, just before Christmas, yeah. It doesn't take long for this, but then also you could just like revive. I could revive every single boss we've killed, or just revive one boss and fight him over and over again. But that wouldn't get you as much. It would get you a lump. It would get you like 600,000 every time for killing a boss over and over and over and over again. But then this is like 200,000 every swipe. From Grace, because that's nearly 1 million already, so and that's why you put it to midnight down here. They've taken away the true midnight, otherwise you'd have got, oh my god, you'd have got quite a lot here, a couple of million per strike, because they've had all purple eyes. So they've stopped the midnight difficulty. It's still there, but they've stopped it. It hasn't gone pitch black. Come on guys, give me some yellow eyes. We're gonna be nearly 100 because the vigor stat is in half in zenith of time. That's a pain. I have to come out. Perhaps some of the spells are there. I mean, we've still got the Overseer that's stuck there. That Tenderhorn. There's no recipe, they just drop randomly. They're even as a purple item in a DLC, it's not that many. You can drop them though, that's the thing, you can drop as many as you like. Just like ruins. I don't give ruins, I don't do it, not on here, you get enough anyway, but if you're fighting the tough bosses, the end game bosses, max level, you're going to spike their health, they're going to be high anyway. It doesn't matter. There's not much difference, in my opinion, between level 350, because that's what you in invasions. No, 301. Look, it's not Dark Souls 3. So 301 in invasions, you level up with max level characters, which here is 713. It's Dark Souls 3, which is 351 to max with 802s. Which is totally different because you do more damage in this game. Except for glitches that you do in Dark Souls 3, which are always with a bow. So that's a level already, considering that's a big help with that golden tenderhorn. That's nearly 250,000 per swipe. You can see every one of those is dropping 10.32. And it's always going to be night, and there's always going to be a chance of some of these, two of these having gold eyes. Even the ones that got their head back to you. So they're about 45,000. We should see one. We should get. Well, the zenith of time is it's an arsehole. You can't go through like this. Everything's a tank. And the trials is the one. We've well over a level, but I'm just trying to test that because it's going to run out soon. That for there it goes. It's gone. Yeah, it's quite a big number really, because you out of that, even though this is, I only found out this talisman's been on here forever, but I only found out, I thought it was a challenge runner. I didn't know it was a huge rune gain. So these are worth, so we're in new game, right? So these enemies here are usually worth 2,000, right? They're worth 7,000 something, right? See? Not 2,000, no. See, 7,000, you've got to look at the damage. You've got to look at the ruins that are coming in from the hit. Not the damage. Look at the ruins that are coming to the thingy. 7,359. So this is normally, with this weapon, because this is the Ash of War from, this is the Ash of War from Elden Beast on this weapon. So this is usually 2,000 per kill. This is 7,000 ruins per kill. With that pickle falfa, we just lost 30%. So, well, you can go and get the gold. You have to farm them though, but those ones I just thought I'd use them because we picked them up. 450. Put up our vitality. Your vitality is your health, if you didn't know that. 351. And put up our holy damage. But really, this is 97. Wait there. Yeah, 5, because we've got the ruin arc. Look, there's a guy with yellow eyes down the bottom here, look. There. Just got him. So he would have worked, it's just that. Damn. God, what happened then, yeah. You get him quite often. He would have been worth, because we haven't got no thing. I mean, you have to go and farm them, would have to, or those, pick them up or whatever. But they're only from the DLC. But I have to go to that bit to do it, that's why. At level 80, 40 vigor, no, you're still getting clapped. You have to beat Placideusis. You have to beat Placideusis to go to Zenith of Time. That's nearly 1 million. I'm not going to keep doing it. Zenith of Time is this. You have to run. These are heavy, heavy, heavy boys. Because you can buy infinite ruin arcs, everything doesn't matter. And as we've got every single one, we could go for a long HP bar and lose out on the 5 extra stats. It depends. But the Zenith of Time here. Sunken Tower of the Flame. This is in the future. And it changes, so to finish this you have to go. I've got to the 4th one, but the save got corrupted, so 1, 2, 4, there's 6. You get the book, the anonymity book, you get the seers, time spells. He's stuck in back at the back at the restored table. Then you give him that gives you the high spells. So this is what it looks like. This is actually Dark Souls 2, and this loading screen comes. This is the Zenith of Time. That's the beginning part of it. See, this is what it's like. This. So there's an area. We've already come through this, but there's an area here. These are fighting. These are tanky guys, believe me. It's not there. There's an area over there. Then you've got a bit around here. If you go one way or the other way, you get shot down by the beacon. Oh, we've got the buff. I bet they come down there, yeah. It's not going to go for a wall, no. That's too iffy, that is, having that like that. They fight right there. You have to go past that before you have to do where we go. There's a beam up and there's a light up in the sky that's going to shoot you and one shot you. See where this goes. See, this is Dark Souls 2. It is, but it's in. Well, it's in this time. That's why it's called Zenith of Time. This stuff here I've got here, internal starlight shards, because I'm taking it from the cheap shop, it's only 1,000, it's the only thing I allow. You get this after completing this. And we've got this on as well, but we've got this is with the damage you're doing, but and that as well, but I'm just taking. Because the area that you have to go into, you've got that light up there. The trials of 3 each, yeah. So that'll one-shot you. You have to step into a bit of fire. Oh, wait, there comes a tanky. These are not that. Yep, I've worn all their armour because it drops like anything. The Hide Knights. From here, you have to take your chances. So, wouldn't be able to do it, so we need armour. Yeah. And when you jump down there, there's something if you go the other way, because there's some items. It might be that beam up there that shoots you down, but you have to. You step in. I don't know if can we walk back if we went over there. No, it's not here. Right, so you see that fire over there, that's where the trial is, there. So you step into that pool of fire near the tree, you step in that, you don't get burnt, you jump over into that, that takes our health to half. So what is it? It's a bit higher in that. So it's 92, but the real value is 87. So that'd be halved, not even 50. So it's 60 bigger. When I first come and done this, it was 30 because I know how hard these clap. So you go here, here, And there's something up here there's one way. I haven't worked this because this usually kills you going this way. Through, I don't know. But anyway, it's a trial. We've done this trial here. You go down, and in that flame there, you touch that flame. You just jump over where that guy is. You go into that room there, then that's where your trial is. I mean, you're tanked up, so I mean, but you had. I remember we had this changed because last time this happened, I had to penetrate, and he kept on clipping me. So that there takes your health down to half. Then you beat that. Then I can't remember. There's another one. So of these, there's 1, 2. I know there's 6. You get the book, then you rescue the seer, then you get the time sorceries. So there's a lot more here. There's a lot more. Is this from the armor? No, it's from that. Yeah, because this was a time trial, yeah. Three points. Yeah, we're just getting clapped. Now you want full tank armor for this, so everything's heavy, you know. The Hyde Knights. Did you pick up any of their armor? No. It's only 5 o'clock in the morning. Blimey. This is the guy that you release. Cannot communicate with seeds. Frozen in time. So in the 6th area, which is going to be totally, that's one area, then it will go to a different time zone. You do that, but then finally you're just going to beat an enemy or whatever. You get the book, he releases the spells that are up there, and they're just high spells up to 70 in, because this was an int build, but I mean it's a nobody's build at the moment, because I took 40 points out of intelligence to put into faith. Anyway, that's gonna do it for now. We'll go to bed. Farming, and I've got to make a video. But this weapon, I don't know. This is meant to be strong. It didn't hit. It's missing. I don't know. We've got the scorch knife to put everything into this. This is destined death. This is Malekith's blade. That's it there. Godskin incantations. That's it there. Boost all destined death incantation damage over time. Impales consume the destined death. Like when you fight Malekith. My favourite damage type. It's also very good with the convergence, but they love it as well, that type of damage, you know. It's damage over time. Just like rot, when you rot something, it takes it down, do you know what I mean? You know, this is what this does. But this weapon is high, right there. Stats. 1,195, yeah, but it's doubled in the thingy through the. And we've got a high. I haven't been that high for a long time. 18 Shadow Tree Blessed. Usually, like in vanilla, doing consort might get 16. Never might have done an 18. I don't know. Never found all of them. But considering they fall off about now. That's about right. But this is consort millennia. You know. These still have to be done. I don't even know what they look like. Nope. I'm keeping them. And I'm going to make, because I need to make videos that get watched. And keep on playing the same old stuff. So I can't keep on playing for a mod all the time. As little as a month, it adds up. These the extras, the Redans. One more millennia to do before your consort. This is not consort millennia here. No, this is another version. Consort millennia. If you warp to consort millennia, are you ready to challenge Elden Ring Goddess of Rock? Hold on, right. Who's going to be here? Right, there's 2 stages, so obviously a stronger version of Millennia. Before they made, it was never Consort Millennia. It didn't used to be that. It just used to be. I don't know. They changed it after Consort Rodan. So whatever. Are you ready to challenge Elden Rodan, Conqueror of the Stars? So there's like that 4 spots. They might have made these bosses yet, I don't know. I haven't seen these on their thingy. Haven't even seen these. I've seen what they've done on their wiki. Defeated demigods and fight them in the Elden form. They might have had something in there in the future. They might have had an Estelle or something like that. I don't know. But there's 2 more that are going to sit there. There's something they've got planned after, you know, not consort, but maybe Mikola, God of Abundance type, because they make some hard bosses where they've had to nerf them. For the people that, because remember, this is you can only play this by being a Patreon. You know, there's a public demo for this that's quite big. It's free. You download it from here, but you can't get it. They're banned from Nexus mods. But then this is not the only mod that you pay for. No, there's another mod that you pay for. But everyone wants everything free. But without Patreon, these mods be built. That is 100% true. You know. So that's it. And that's going to do it for this stream. Where I should be in bed really about now. So. For the 2 people that were watching, I didn't say anything. No likes. Yeah. Thanks for being here. Perhaps I should record, make a video, and stream. See what Kick's like. People are saying how good that is. Because YouTube, after doing this since 2011, having a channel since 2011, but being monetized since 2018, nah. When I see other people just go, Kick, there used to be a precursor, so many followers on X or Twitch, whatever you want to call it, whatnot. I'm an affiliate on Twitch, but I don't like it. But Kick is something different. I don't know. We got the people. We can multi-stream. We got the internet to do it. But anyway, good night. Buenas noches.